We're gonna tighten up our reel to max drag. Lock it all the way down. Gotta hold it like a man. So recently I had a reel company, KASTKING, offered to send me some reels to test out. To which I said no. Everybody knows I'm an ABU guy. If you watch my videos, you know I'm an ABU guy. Then they sent me another email, so I went and looked them up, and I got to thinking, these reels are pretty dang cheap. And let's face it, everybody out there can't afford ABUs. Everybody out there can't afford pins. Everybody out there can't afford Akumas or whatever. So I emailed them back and I told them, send me some reels, let me do some tests on them. And they did. This first test, we're gonna call it Tater versus Gator. Got that? Tater versus Gator. Okay, so we found us a guinea pig to do our drag. So we found us a guinea pig to do our drag test with. Need to put that helmet on. We'll make sure he's good and safe. PPE, people. PPE. We're gonna tighten up our reel to max drag. Just tighten that, lock it all the way down. Gotta hold it like a man. You better do a good job even though we ain't paying you. We're gonna figure out the max drag. You ready? And ain't know why you're wearing a helmet. Here, Todd, loosen that drag back up. That's a tight drag. Got some drag. Alright, on the reel 2, we're gonna check the max drag. Scared? A little bit. Hold on, boy. Hold on. Lock her down all the way. There you go. You want it to pop again? Yeah. Come on. Let me put my PPE, whatever. Ow! So I had that thing pretty tight, and he locked it down as hard as he could, and it just snapped 30-pound test. So it's got a pretty good drag. It's got a good drag. John Deere Gator 0, KASTKING reel 1. It suddenly occurred to me we probably need a more scientific test. So with a little redneck ingenuity, we built us a testing apparatus to test the drag on these reels. So I got the smaller KASTKING reel clamped into this block of wood. I'm just gonna use a regular old pull scale. We're gonna see how many pounds of drag this thing has. Turn our scale on. Okay, it's ready. Okay, we got her hooked in. We're gonna see how many pounds of drag this thing pulls. It pulled a steady 10 pounds, but I did see it jump up to 11 at one point. That's as tight as I can lock it down. I guess these scales are accurate, but it's okay because we're gonna be using the same scales for every test. Now I got one of the bigger KASTKING reels bolted down to our board. And if you can't see the difference, this is the difference between the smallest KASTKING and the biggest KASTKING. This right here is all 3 sizes lined up. Anyway, we're gonna check the drag on this big one, see what it pulls. Got our scale hooked up, reading 0. Now we're gonna pull it, see what the drag is. This is 30-pound test. So that tells me these big reels are locking down to at least 30 pounds. That's pretty dang impressive. And if you use one of these big reels, you better use more than 30-pound tests. That's all I'm saying. Let's go ahead and test the Pro Rocket 2. We got it locked down in our tester. We're gonna pull it and see what this thing says. So I did see 15 for like a second, but it averaged between 14 and 13 pounds of drag. This is a C3, not a Pro Rocket. Got her scale hooked up. Let's see what she'll pull. Well, that didn't work. So on the C3, I got up to 12 pounds, and the small KASTKING was very similar to the C3. However, the Pro Rocket pulled a little bit more than these two did. This one here does not have a line counter, but it's still a big ocean type reel. And we're about to see what this thing will pull. I pulled the drag on the pin squall as well, and the squall ended up pulling 25 pounds of drag. So 25 for the pin. It was a little over 28 pounds for the KASTKING saltwater reels, and that was before the line broke. But the winner of this drag test goes to the big red reel, the KASTKING 80. This reel ended up pulling over 30 pounds before it broke the line, and since the pin didn't break the line, it wasn't no point in going to a heavier line and testing on. It'll definitely do over 30 pounds of drag. So winner of this drag test goes to KASTKING. Reel test number 2. Now the most important thing about a reel, cheap one, good one, doesn't matter. How long will it last? The longevity of a reel is very important. We're gonna call this test reel versus drill. Reel versus drill. And of course, we gotta build a new redneck testing apparatus. Anybody can tell you what a good reel is, and everybody has their opinion of what a good reel is. We can test the drag, we can test how good it casts, we can test how good it feels, but we can't test the durability without time. Basically what I mean is, like, I've had these reels a long time right here, and they're very durable. So how do I know if this reel is gonna be durable without time? Well, I'll tell you how. We have set up a redneck testing machine right here. We got a reel bolted down. We bought ourselves a cheap drill, Walmart special. Then I just took a T-handle and put in it, and now when the drill turns, it'll turn the reel. Ain't that cool? And I threw a clock back there behind them. This thing's actually pretty cool. Check this out. I'm gonna put a tie strap around this trigger and let this drill run, and we're gonna see which one lasts longer, the reel or the drill. Oh, by the way, this thing is moving a lot faster than we normally reel in fish, so this would be a pretty good test. Drill's also getting pretty dang hot. I'm gonna let it keep on running. One of them's bound to give up sooner or later. Well, this thing been running half the day. Ain't nothing warm on it. Can't believe that Walmart drill lasted that long. I figured it would have burned up. You know, that's probably more turning than any reel does in its whole life right there, because that thing's been turning half the day, like I said. Somehow it still feels smooth. I think that drill didn't do nothing but break this thing in good. But looks like I'm gonna have to give this point to the reel. Fishing test number 3. Now, of course, the ultimate way to test the fishing reel is to go fishing with it. So we did. We caught some big fish too, just saying. How big?
At least a 10-pounder.
Yeah, he looks 10 pounds. Navigator. Finally caught a fish. How long we been fishing?
About 4 or 5 hours. Well, we got out here at 6 this morning.
Don't lose it, Todd. Don't lose it. We need him. Look at that stance. He's serious. I think that's a pass.
Might be a daggum manatee.
That is a decent one there. Yeah. Ain't a bad one for a first one. Todd's new PB. You want to glove it like a girl, or you want to pick it up like a man?
I'm going to Try to pick it up like a man.
Don't pick it up from the top jaw, by the way, like this, and break the key. Just gotta put his glove on so he don't get bit. Don't get bit, Les.
Right, you might throw him up on your shoulder.
Oh!
Oh, he broke the key. Yes, he did.
Les broke my key. Look
Oh,
at that. You broke
The
it.
fish did.
You know we ain't bringing you back, right? Well,
I'm scared of him like somebody else I know. He dropped it 4 times.
it bit him.
Ground like a dog.
It bit his foot. Todd's first big catfish.
That's the biggest one I've caught.
Gotta hold it out closer to me, makes it look bigger. There you go. That's right. He probably 10 pounds. Yeah, probably about 10. Let him go if he lets you go. He won't let you go. Now you used these when we went fishing last time. What did you think about them?
I like them.
I thought they felt pretty solid. I mean, for what they cost.
Yeah, price-wise, pretty good.
I mean, you can tell that they're not $200 reels, but at the same time, I mean, I think that one's like a $50 reel. I think this one here was $44 or something like that. Kind of hard to beat. Fishing test number 4. This test may not be important to everybody, but it is important to me. One thing I like on a reel is a very loud clicker. When I'm pulling baits or using planer boards or stuff like that, I really don't use the clicker. But if we're not fishing or I'm working on something else, I like to have a good clicker. So if I get a run, I'll know it. So we're gonna check out the differences in the clickers on all these reels. I would definitely have to give this round to KASTKING. These 2 reels right here were pretty dang loud. Look, no matter what reels you pick to use, that's up to you. Oh yeah, I about forgot. By the way, this reel right here, this pretty red reel right here, also comes in black. I kind of wish they had sent me black, but it's okay. But anyway, no matter which reel you pick to use, you're gonna need a good rod. So why don't you go check out this video and find you a good rod. I'm serious, go check it out because this video is over.